Hello and welcome once again to Citadel Guard Adventures. On the previous episode, we ventured into the old forest. We were helping some hobbits, but we also have the task of looking for Tom Bombadil so he can help us track the crebain of the enemy before they escape with the news they have about the ring. So that's what we're gonna focus on for this episode. If you remember, we had these two other quests in the old forest. I'm not gonna go out of the way to complete them. If I find, for example, Gleaming Brandybuck on my way to Tom Bombadil's house, I will complete that quest. Otherwise, I'm gonna focus on advancing through the epic. So with that out of the way, let's head back into the old forest. And while I get to Bombadil's house, I would like to talk to you a little bit about some audio issues I was having on the previous episode. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but my microphone wasn't getting all of my voice. I was getting cut off suddenly and some words were getting lost. And once again, I have no idea why that happened because I didn't change any of my recording settings or my microphone settings. I didn't change a thing. So I had to re-record most of the commentary for episode 8. And I've been playing with my microphone settings a little bit more since then. And right now I'm trying a new microphone setup. Not just different settings, but I have changed its location from where it was initially. Hopefully this will work better. So I will appreciate if you could provide me some feedback on this kind of changes. If it's noticeable enough, if you see an improvement, or if you don't. And since I've spent most of last week checking these microphone settings, I'm a little out of track on what we can advance right now. A Warden's Taunt, okay. Strike with Gold, Shield Bash, well, block attacks. Depth Strike and Defensive Strike. Okay. Refreshing my memory on our deeds. So much like the hobbits, the path is taking us to the Witty Window. Not much we can do to avoid that. Let me just turn floating names back on so I can see better if we find to avoid some enemies, but yeah, we'll need to do a quick, well, no, not a quick, but a long detour to be able to get to the Witty Window and back on track eastward. And I think that will lead us to Gleaming Brandybuck. I'm not quite sure, but I think it will. And then to the Old Man Willow. Oh, we are the Old Man Willow right here. Okay. Not sure how this happened. I mean, the map in the old forest, it helps you with a notion of where you are, but it's not exact on my experience. So that's why I get this kind of surprises. It's not the first time I tried to go somewhere in the old forest and end up somewhere else, although in this case it did help us a little bit, but usually it doesn't happen like this. And you know, that's part of what the old forest is really. So We're gonna take a couple pictures with good old Tom in here. No, but stop, Tom. Pose for the picture, and maybe we can get your house in the shot as well. No, oh come on, this is not working. Oh god, let me. I would appreciate, man, if you could just stay quiet. Like this? No. It's just that I'm waiting for the text to disappear. But as soon as it goes away, it goes hopping again. Hippity hopping. Okay, this would be a great spot for you to stay put and get your house. No, I cannot get your house, but yeah, at least we can get a good enough picture. Not gonna keep on trying this.
Hey do, merry do, my hearty.
Oi now, hey now, what's all this fussing? We've not had so many guests since our wedding. There is time enough for bird watching, but perhaps first a song or two, my hearty? Let your heart fly free and put aside your worries. You are at the house of Tom Bombadil.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
My goldberry is away at her spring, and I was going lily hunting. I've no time for chasing birds, but hoy now, Aragorn's a name I know, and a friend of old Tom's. Hear then my offer. While old Tom Bombadil looks for sour crows, you'll gather lilies for my lovely. I saw some along the river, just a hop and a jump away. Just follow along until Ring-a-Ding Low you find Old Man Willow. You watch that old grey willow man, he's a mighty singer. He'll sing you down to sleep and drown you if you don't be careful. Very well, so we'll go lily hunting for good old Tom. This is something that I think most of the games based on the Fellowship of the Ring always do. At least the Vivendi game, the Fellowship of the Ring from Vivendi, also has a lot of lily hunting. Although these two games are quite different, but I always find it funny how this is one of the things they share in common. I'm talking about the PC version of the Vivendi game, because I know there's like a Game Boy version. I tried that one out, but I wasn't able to go too far. I didn't like it too much. The Vivendi one for PC I thought was okay. A little bit tedious at times. The voice acting, especially in Spanish, my mother language, was horrendous, but it was good enough. And maybe I can talk a little bit more about that game and the similarities with LOTRO when we get to Moria, which is another place I think all games based on Lord of the Rings have always done beautifully. But that's still a long way before we go to Moria. So here we are, Tom, with your lilies.
Do, merry do, my hearty.
Lilies white for the river daughter, stronger than hobbit folk are you if you outsang Willowman, not a lily crushed, nor leaf bent. Old Tom's a merry fellow, but he knows when it's time for dancing or to go a-whiting. He has found your birds and none too soon. If you seek them out, then seek them now, unless you wish to sleep beneath green grass.
What can I do for you today?
Blackbirds flittered and fluttered, skipping among the branches. They came to rest where the restless walk. Beware the old Barrows, they still stir when they should be asleeping. Go north up the path and follow the old Barrows road, then south within the Barrows wall along the four steeps. Hey doll, merry doll, and there you'll find them. Watch for the Lady Dreary. Now hop along, my hearty, Tom's a-going leaping. Very well, so we'll go to the Barrow Downs. I think we can remove this quest in the Old Forest. I don't think we'll do them right now. Maybe in further episodes we can do some sort of quest and deep cleanup, but not right now. Right now we will go to the Barrow Downs I will do some of the quests there, maybe not all of them. Don't like some of the side quests in this area, but some of the other ones I think are really cool, so we'll check with them. Here we are, the encampment in the Barrow Downs.
Stay a moment.
Okay, I think we can do this one. While we pushed through the fins and the fog, we lost a few people. Some headed deeper into the midst of the Barrow Downs, and we hoped they survived to reach a safe location in the south. Others were stricken with a terrible pox. One of these men was not as ill as others, but being sick, he offered to take word back to Bree requesting help. I fear that the disease comes from the crawlers and rats infesting this land. If this is true, then we shall need to clear a path through the Barrow Downs so we have a safe path out. If you are willing, kill these creatures, but be wary. Their bites and even their flesh may cause some vile illness or disease.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
I came here to find my missing daughter, Lalia. I'm terribly worried about her. You see, she'd been going on about the last prince, one of Mr. Butterbore's tales. If it's one of his better ones, that's for sure, but I'd say the tale isn't quite the truth of it. Lalia has been going on for a long while. I fear she came here to the Barrow Downs in search of this prince of hers. I came here in search of my daughter, and I am now lost myself. In the tale, the last Princess Barrow is between the Northern Barrow and the Dead Spire, by a large stone. If I could, I would start searching there. What else do we have here?
Would you do something for me?
Before my journey here to the Barrow Downs, I did some reading to learn about the area. I learned about the barrows of 3 men of Cardolan, Taradan, Oron, and Ringdor. I would truly like to have found some evidence to keep up my journey to those places. Try digging at the entrances to those barrows. I believe they lie in the northeast area of the Barrow Downs. Here, take this pickaxe. The tip has been blunted, so your digging shouldn't cause any damage to any lore fragments you uncover. Item usage, very well. And here.
Speak with you a moment?
I've lived a long time here in Brilland, but in my long life I've never taken the time to learn the land's history. Now, near the end of my days, I found I wanted to know what came before. I joined this trip to the Barrow Downs with hopes of finding some keepsakes or to take some rubbings. But it seems the Barrow Downs had a design of its own. I remember tramping over the hills as a lad and seeing that some of the barrows had fallen into a ruin. I remember lots of broken stones, covered in rune letters, littered in the ground, especially near the Dead Spire. I wanted a few of those stones for my own. Are you interested in bringing me, say, 3 of the stone fragments from near the Dead Spire? Perhaps we can both learn a bit of history. And call me
Could I
awake.
speak with you a moment?
Yeah, we can do this too. The constables warns us of reports of evil swelling and powering out of the Barrow Downs. It appears we should have listened. Here we are now, holed up in this hollow with a foreboding forest at our west and unknown terrors at our east. Perhaps it is fortune that brings you here, sorry. We are in dire need of aid, and it seems that your arrival is providence. It seems that the passage of some shadow has stirred this land and surrounded it in evil. We have set ourselves here, but while here, it would be good to help the folk of Bray. Please, if you would, hand down the fiendish wights dwelling now in these barrows.
Could I speak with you a
And
moment?
Vargas too. In all my years of heading into these haunted lands, never have I seen anything like this. You must trust me, friend, I would never have taken folk into Barrow Downs had I known what walked here now. We shielded them as best we could, but the fright is still too much to ignore. It is the howling of the Vargas. It will drive us mad if we cannot quell it. Could you help us? Kill these beasts, these terrors, so that we might have some rest to regain our strength for our return to Bree. Very well. So yeah, I think we can advance all these quests simultaneously. It will require some running around in the Barrow Downs, but I think it's well worth it. And that way we can gain a couple levels before advancing further into the epic. Because from what I remember, the instance in the Barrow Downs you get from Tom Bombadil, that is tricky towards the end. So I want to have a little bit of an edge for that quest. And that way we can also hopefully finish some of the class deeds that we have. We have now an Explorer deed in the Barrow Downs. I think it's not too hard to complete. And oh god, Jesus, May scared me. It's been a while since a mob was able to scare me, but holy Jesus, they pulled it off. Okay, and I gotta keep an eye on my health, it seems. Because they can hit quite hard, and if you don't hurry on killing them, they can really get you down. Now, I would like to find Lalia. By advancing her quest, we will advance many of the others, the Vargas, the Whites, and now we're gonna get the Vargas layer deed as soon as we kill this guy. How would you kindly? Yeah, Vargas layer, so how many do we need? 30? Yeah. So we have another one. But I think if there is another player doing a Lalia's quest, maybe that's why I don't see her. She should be here. I think. Yeah, let's remove this quest and let's add Lalia to the quest tracker. The search for Lalia. Okay, my bad. Where is she? Oh my god. I'm past here again. So yeah, this is the spot. But she's not here as I think someone else is helping her right now. So in the meantime, while we wait for Lalia to respawn, let's keep doing the other quests. Is that a guy or a barrel? A mini. Maybe grinding some Slayer dates, helping Akini. Okay, very well. Now, lots of people today in the Barrow Downs, it seems. But I would like, if I could find, yeah, this is a place to dig. Okay. The rat's dead. Okay. I remember the digging quest now. The spots are not as close as I initially thought. Okay. There should be another one here. We can also kill some whites in the process. Perfect. So yeah, this white quest is really easy to complete. I would have preferred if we could have advanced it with Lalias, because Lalia is gonna take you to many places infested with whites, and even having a boss of sorts at the end of the instance, the prince our father was telling us about. Well, the so-called prince. Now we have Lord of Cardinal on page 28, 16, and 22. Fragments for our crafting. Okay, one bark is down. Let's kill this crawler. As I'm sure I have mentioned on many of the previous episodes, I'm really eager about getting to level 20. Not just because of the deed, the Undying deed, but I also... Well, I want to get that out of my head, obviously, but as far as I know, that's the level where wardens get masteries now, so I really want to get my masteries right away. After you get used to them, you getting back to just using builders, yeah, it's a little bit slow. And I think there was, yeah, Unfortunate Traveler here. He should have another quest. So let's see, what does he have to say. The body is cold to the touch, but the wounds appear fresh. Though the lack of blood surrounding the man's body is disturbing. In his hand, the man clutches a note. His position and a trail of disturbed earth makes it appear that he traveled through the gloom of the Barrow Downs to reach this point. The note is chewed and crumpled, and the only legible words are between the old forest and the northern Barrow Downs. Send help. So yeah, this is the guide that will send you to the camp we just visited in case you come to the Barrow Downs from Bree. Yeah. Barlowman, the situation with my daughter is worse than expected. Our expedition is sundered and we have found safety on the edge of the old forest. We need help from the Watchers. Please send help, Bob. So yeah, this is from Lalia's father, as you have already seen. Now, we can remove this quest. We can remove this one. Where is Lalia? Ah, finally, there she is. So let's go to Lalia.
Gracious me! I need your help.
I came here to find the last prince, like Mr. Butterbird talks about in his stories. I was going to find him and then be with him forever and be his princess, but he wasn't here to be found. There's just all these skeletons and bones and walking dead. It isn't nice to go misleading young hobbits like that. When you are ready to go, could you help me get back home to Bree? I couldn't leave before, but now with a strong warrior like you here, I'm sure you can get me home safely. Oh, and I lost my cloak. I simply must find it, or Dad will yell at me something terrible. Where did I leave that clock of mine? Was it that way or the other? It's this way, I think. So yeah, Lalia has a knack for getting into all sorts of trouble. And running into all sorts of enemies as well. So a lot of people really don't like this quest. I'm not a big fan personally, but I don't know, I always liked rescuing Lalia. I feel bad leaving her in here. I mean, yeah, she is young and reckless, but she doesn't deserve this, in my opinion, so I cannot bring myself to leave it here. And as I was saying, the quest is gonna take you through the entire, well, most of the northern Barrow Downs, so it's a good way of advancing some of the other quests. Now, how did that guy jump from where he came? Didn't know you could do that. We have another Vargas to take care of. And yet another one. And there is a new gambit I haven't tried yet. Let's do it now. Power attack. Oh, come on, I was just gonna use it. But yeah, we're gonna use power attack and see if that triggers it. I don't think so, but it never hurts. And anyways, power attack is a good enough blade right now, so just move, Lalia. Just move, please. I think some is here. Yeah. That's what. Oh my god, that fight is terrible. It's really annoying. I don't remember Lalia crying so bad. I think we're getting very close. Let's be more careful here. I mean, you're the one running into everyone in this place. So you are the one that needs to be careful. Okay, could you please move? Jesus. Ran out my patience. Here's my clock, right where I left it. Oh, good. Oh, good indeed. So yeah, if you fight... Okay, now that I've got my cloak, let's get out of here, and I think this is the way out. So as I was saying, if you fight using your stronger gambits, they don't really stand a chance, but if you are trying to complete your class dates as I am, that's another story. It's not so hard anyway, but just takes a little bit longer. I'm not sure, but this looks like the way I came in. Yeah, but please move. No, this is so funny. It's so pathetic in a way and annoying. I don't know if that's the effect the devs intended for this, and I surely don't remember Lalia crying like this when I did this quest on my previous characters. Where is she? Okay, I think this is the way. Yeah, this is the way. Just move. I mean, you are in Sarah Oakhart. Really dispute the place for the most annoying escort. But I think Sarah still wins. Just because of the sheer amount of times you have to escort her. It's so foggy. I hope I'm not lost. So you see, we kill a lot of war guests and crawlers and rats and whites, so that's why I will always like to do this one. So hopefully by the time we are done with Lalia and all the quests for the camp in the camp we just visited, maybe we will already have our class deeds advanced for the day. I don't know. You can dream, right? Okay. So this is gonna be the place where we will find the so-called prince, I believe. Yeah, the white prince. No, go away, you aren't my prince. Yeah, you're right. This is not gonna bother with this guy. Yeah, you go down. Now, something that I haven't checked, okay. Page 7 of the Cardinal and lore. I think this is the way. Yeah, you go. You should be able to go home from here. You shouldn't need me anymore. Please let me go. Oh, come on. And that should be it. We're here, thank you. I'm going to run home. Please give my cloak to my Pop. Give him my cloak so he knows I'm safe. I will. So we're gonna remove this one. And this one, now we only need to take care of Vargas and rats, I think. Gonna check in just a moment. So let's see what else do we have here. Yeah, this one, the Dead Spire. It's another one. And the Epic. That's great. Just wanna kill you guys as fast as I can. But I don't dare trying to pull too many of these mobs because the range to which they will follow you is not as wide as in other areas like after Rohan. The range was increased because of mounted combat, even for non-mounted enemies, I believe. But all the areas before, yeah, you cannot run most enemies quite easily, but I actually prefer to bring them all together when possible. And I'm gonna keep checking here my pending loot list just in case we get more Journals of Cardlan, which we didn't yet, at least. So Here's the dead spire. Yeah. Let's kill this guy really quick. Let's collect the stones. They disappear. Oh man. Yeah, they do disappear. Well, we were out of luck. Ah. But there are some scholar materials here. So it was still worth it. Yeah. Broken urn. We can remove this quest. The Wandering Shade. I like that quest too. Let's talk to it. All was silence. Now the sound of steel rings from battles past, long beyond the laying of bones. Stirred by evil's passage, my brother walks again, so too our foes. Duty bound we stand as one, lost as he may be. A lord he rose and solemn buried me. My shield calls to my arm, my ring calls to my hand. My side departed as my life, or oaths blind as steel, protect and serve this land. Okay, where's that barrow? In here? Okay, so it wasn't that difficult? And you, a living fool soon to be dead. I will send you into the shadow world too. But come to me now, fools, come and die. I don't think so, man. So, we have the ring now. That was quick. Hail my hand, now to his arm. Last two, last two. Sundered and shattered, metal and bone, life bled onto the ground. In shade of stone, a south-facing wall wherein the earth slept once the dead. On cold hallowed ground where dead lay asleep, walked they to greet our treasure claimed. There, by our honored, sleeping and gone, my brother bid me farewell. Now the dead rise, stirring the earth, now cursed from where I fell. Our cores recalled, we shall walk until the dead are quelled. I don't know. Ah, okay, I remember that one now. Let's collect the stones on the dead spire, go for the epic, and we'll see what else. Perfect. Remove this quest as well. Now, okay. The epic is over here. Here's a Largest, and I think I can pull this too. Okay, that's great. Okay, and both of them are using grappling bite. That's new. Andraste. Fool, did you think that my pets would not learn that the ring now travels east? In the hands of a hobbit named Frodo Baggins? You have failed utterly. When the Master of the Nine returns, he shall learn of this and of your untimely death. Okay. Where are the rest? Come here. beautiful birds, you shall die for this. Let's see. So you defeated Andraste. And as I was telling you on one of the first episodes of the series, I started playing LOTRO on 2010. So when I stumbled upon this Andraste, it reminded me of Andraste from the Dragon Age series. If you have played those series, you will know Andraste is like some kind of a prophet, I believe it was, a religious figure in the Dragon Age world. So at that time I wasn't sure if that Andraste was the inspiration for this Andraste. But then I realized if LOTRO was released in 2007, that's not possible. So I'm not sure if maybe there is another Andraste in any other fantasy series that both games might have taken inspiration from. So if you happen to know where the name comes from, let me know. As far as I know, it doesn't seem like an Elven or Mannish name from Tolkien's own writings, so I do believe it is from a different property, and I would like to know which one. So now we need to defeat more whites in here to collect the treasure for the shade. And the key, I'm not so sure. But anyway, we are here, we're taking care of them. That should be enough. Okay, that's 2. We should have the 2 guys that scared the crap out of me. Yeah, here they are. Okay, here they are, all of them. So let's play a little bit reckless here. Quite confident. Yeah, you're not gonna kill me. You wish. Perfect. Oh, that was close. A little bit closer than I would have liked, but we did it. So we have more stone fragments, the page 15 of the journal. Now we're only missing the page 5, so hopefully we'll get that done before we leave the Barrow Downs. Let's go back to the camp and turn this quest in real quick and go back to Bombadil.
What do you need?
Well done, you have helped us greatly, friend. Perhaps you could do a little more for us. We'll see.
What can I do for you?
Yes, I heard their howls turn to barks, then whimpers. You have done well. We will enjoy the respite your actions have earned us. Great. Level 19 and 1 class trade point and destination Lonelands. You are well on your way to becoming a hero of Middle-earth. It is time to head for the Lonelands. Not yet, but we will go there really soon.
Greetings, friend.
I'm relieved you have returned. I was worried I'd send you to your death. Now let me look at the lore fragments you have brought back. These parchments are troubling. They appear to be written by men of Cardolan. They speak of the kingdom falling into ruin and those that remain falling victim to a great plague. But that is all. This doesn't answer, though, why such fell creatures came to the Barrow Downs. I fear these fragments have only yielded more questions and few answers.
What can I do for you?
What? Fell creatures attacked you as you tried to gather the stones. I had not seen them. The guides kept us well shielded from whatever it was that was attacking them. I am glad that you fared so well, friend. Well, these ruins reveal nothing new. Each stone gives a bit of an account of the man who was buried there. There is nothing to reveal why these terrible creatures have taken up in those barrows. This is quite a mystery.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
It seems that this may not be the first time that such terror has plagued these lands. The bits of parchment you recovered led me to believe that two brothers fought to recover a great treasure of Cardland and brought it here to the northern Barrow Downs. The lore fragments you brought me mention a fortress named Osgorthad. The men of Cardland took many of those who fell sick to the plague there. The ruins of that fortress still stand today in the south. It is from here that a terror rose and cursed the brothers for their theft. If you are willing, you may seek the treasure or the history of that treasure at the northern Barrow, not far from here to the east. Perhaps we can learn more about these men and how to stop this evil from spreading beyond the bounds of the Barrow Downs. Now with Bob.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Oh, that is a relief. It seems I know my daughter well. She actually had gone after that last prince of hers. Well, maybe she has learned her lesson and won't be so foolish in the future. I know I will certainly never come here again. I do hope I can survive her twins. Maybe then she'll get some habit sense. Maybe. So, what can we get here that looks nice? Yeah, the cloak.
Good day.
You came here instead of seeking Barleyman and the Watchers. Oh, this is a fine mess. I'll not forgive Barleyman soon for the tale he spun for my Lalia. If you have arrived to assist us, then I am pleased to see you, just concerned that you mayn't be capable to lead us out of this terrible place.
How can I be of service?
You have our thanks. When we make ready to move out of this accursed place, we will need as much of the air clear as possible. These folk are not as used to traveling as those of us who spend our lives on the road. We shall need every advantage we have available to prevent the loss of more lives.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Okay, so this will take us to the South Barrow Downs. I'm not really interested on going there for the moment. So let's just go to Tom Bombadil and turn the quest and see what new task he has in store for us. And maybe Tom will be more willing for the photo. The jungle listening to Old Man Willow's singing.
Hey do, merry do, my hearty.
Oh there, stay a while, or are you still hurried? Othengrad, you say? That's a dark place full of dark voids, and you've no need of going. If you must, you must, and I'll not be staying you. Very well, come closer and I'll be telling you. But I think we can just talk to... Yeah.
Merry do, my hearty.
Let's see if with this dialogue box open we are able to get Tom on a better spot. And yeah, this should be good enough for the picture. No, God. God, moving like this is kinda tricky. Here is good old Tom and good old Tom's house. Let's try this one. Ah, but don't move, Tom. Very well. So let's take the sword. It's indeed a fine sword.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
The Great Barrow is not a place for weak hearts or frail limbs. Wicked wights and evil lords make merry in their terror. They've never caught old Tom and never will they. He's the master. If you be a-going, Tom will take you. Okay, so I would have liked to be level 20 before this quest. Doesn't seem like it, so let's just equip what we got. This cloak and the sword. this bracelet. I think I'll keep the one that I have. Yeah, I'll keep these ones. So I think we have enough time to do this quest for good old Tom, so just in case, let me get some pots on the quick slots in case we need them. The tier 2 variant. I don't think we have universal health potions yet. No, we don't. So, we are as ready as we'll ever be, so let's go, Tom.
Merry do, my hearty.
Well, my merry fellow, ready to go a-leaping over Barrows, skip along and we'll sing a song that will make the dark ones run. Okay, let's do it.
An unholy alliance is forged within the depths of Othrangroth, the Great Barrow, a sinister pact which could spell doom for Eriador.
Lead the way, Tom. Come now, me hearties, between those stones is what you look for, the Great Barrow of the Downs. And that was basically it. Careful now, or there your bones will lie until the whites have you dancing. Okay, thanks for that. Before I forget though, let's get... Okay, some extra physical mastery will surely come in handy. Ah, and I have another class point, so let's get more masteries, more physical mastery. That's better. So I've been playing some other games as of late, and for a moment there I felt the temptation to just press F5 and save. But that's not the case in here. Home score grim. And in the meantime, let's take care of the Darhan rebels. So we're gonna finish this instance and call it a night. And next episode we'll definitely get to level 20. So... Oh Jesus. And I still don't have the steadfast skill to break out of stuns and everything else. Those guys can get quite annoying with that. Alright. We need to follow the Witch King. Yeah, Beriathan also has a personal score with the Witch King. If you remember from what I was telling you about his bio, yeah, it's the Witch King, the one that got Beriathan captured. Well, you don't know exactly what's the name of the Black Rider that you meet during the intro quest, but I like to think it's the Witch King. So, unless I find some evidence suggesting otherwise, I'm still gonna play it as the Witch King. If that's okay with you. I would gladly thank you if... Oh Jesus, would you stop stunning me? I will gladly thank you if you stop stunning me. And if you had a class date completed. How much are we missing for the class dates? Or how we... Yeah, we've hit the limit for the day. Not with gold. That sucks. That explains a lot as well. Oh, Jesus Christ. Stop it! And you stay quiet too. Stay in one place, Jesus. Stay back. Scorpion promised. He said we couldn't be defeated. What was that noise? The whites, the dead suffer, no intruders. Well, to quote Aragorn from the Return of the King, the movie, you will suffer me. I think it was a quote from the movie, right? I'm not sure. Maybe it was from a game, but I'm almost certain it was from the movie. So yeah, these are the guys you need to be careful about, these signature mobs. And the boss at the end, which I believe can also heal himself. This should be enough to get them both? Yes. Completed White Slayer, okay. Well, not what I was expecting, but welcome nonetheless. Bane of the Barrows. Okay. The Whites of the Barrow Downs no longer hold any terror for you, now you just find them deeply unsettling. That I do. And lastly, it bestowed the advanced variant, 6 to whites and 5 LOTRO points. Oh god. So yeah, not messing with these guys. Rise my brothers. Oh come on. That's not fair. But I shouldn't have any issues with these guys anyway. It's because that I do need a while to catch a breath. Would you please drop the page 5 of the Cardinal Journal? I want to get that deed completed as well. Yeah, better to catch your breath. Let's loot some of these task items. The ones that can be turned for task at least. The hides, maybe for the auction house, rushlight candle for crafting. What else? Broken wooden maces, finger bones, sword sheets. Very well. Nah, I'm not messing with you either. Gotta say, Shorty of Death is certainly a godsend. We must counter the loss of Ander. Once your tasks are complete, Mordred awaits you both in the north. Our plans in the south are reaching fruition. The ring moves east to Imladris, no doubt. A great reward awaits you if you both succeed. I think that was all that they were saying. Scorgrim, your dwarves should focus their efforts in the north and east. We must counter the loss of Ander. Okay, yeah, I know. I shall suffer your presence no longer. You have hounded my steps for too long. And now the dead shall take you. God, this dread is, for lack of a better word, dreadful. Just go away. Okay. Perfect. Now let's press on. Okay, who do we have here? Sambrog. So yeah, this fight is the one I've been dreading ever since level 1, because you do get at this point between level 18 and level 20, if you don't have your Undying, Sambrog, if you're not careful, Sambrog can really screw you up. Ratings full. If thou seek an audience, thou may approach. Well met. My master sends thee greetings. I grant thee the boon of an audience before I kill thee. Thou seem desirous of certain knowledge, so I will give it thee, for the dead speak not. The White cackles. My master seeks a great power for the Dark Lord, but the Dark Lord has more designs than this. The Pale Dwarf shall go to the north and gather an army in the name of Angmar and the Witch King. The Gaunt One, a great power himself, and to whom I owe this form, goes to the east. There, in Agamor, he shall awaken a power that lies sleeping in the waters. With her under his command, the skies will turn to blood, and all shall despair. Now, thine audience comes to an end, thy death awaits thee. Rise, my warriors! So yeah, come here. I'm not afraid of you. Not messing around with you either. Okay. So, you don't stand a chance, Sambrog, you hear me? Thou cannot defeat me. Yeah, he heals himself. But I have plenty of tricks up my sleeve. Thou cannot defeat me. Yes, I can. What? It cannot be. Here's good old Tom. What you be a thinking? That man should not be waking. And holy cow! Vanish into sunlight, leave your barrows empty. Jesus Christ! Oh, that is so OP. Was it worth the trouble? Did you learn your lesson? Leave the dead to sleep their dreamless sleep, and walk yourself upon the green grass under the sun. Come now, my merry friends, warm fire is awaiting. Well, thank you for your help, Tom. And we'll leave the Barrow Downs.
Saruman the White has become the jailer of Mordor. It was he who orchestrated my capture and imprisoned me atop Orthanc. Gwaihir the Windlord came to my rescue and saved me from this accursed tower. All would have been lost if Strider hadn't found Frodo and the hobbits.
Okay, back at Bombadil's house. Where's Tom? Here he is.
Hey do, Mary do, my hearty.
The darkness is behind us in that tank and ready, Tom. We'll make our way back into the light and feel the sun on our faces once more. So before we wrap this episode, I think this is a much better suited location for the picture. So let us just pose in here. Oh, come on, Tom. You do have a talent for getting in front of vegetation, so forget that. And we can get those shoulders. Those ones are good. Even if they are just light armor. Yeah, let's get the shoulders.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
Old Barrow Wights from Angmar came. They disturbed the peace and troubled folk who wandered through their mounds. Let the dead sleep and leave their troubles in the earth. Unless, of course, you wake them dancing on the rooftops. Hey, come my friend, linger here no longer. To bridge should be a-going. You've a friend there who awaits you. Okay, perfect. So we're about to finish Book 1 of the Shadow of Angmar epic. I think that's gonna come in the next episode or two, but for the time being, we're gonna leave the episode here. We're gonna call it a wrap for today. Thanks once again for watching Citadel Guard Adventures. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Meet me next time where we will go to the Prancing Pony and look for Strider. But in the meantime, take care, stay safe, and see you on the next one.